Back to Comical Opinions. This is a review of Conan the Barbarian number 7 from Titan Comics. Before we get into it, we would ask you kindly, please, if you would like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let us know how we're doing and how we can do some more comic reviews for you, from publishers and stories and characters that you really like. So let's get into it. This is Conan the Barbarian number 7 from Titan Comics, wherein Conan is pitted against allies who are possessed by demons while he battles with the demons of past tragedies in his own mind. The credits, let's see, Conan is written by Jim Zub, art by Doug Braithwaite, colors by Diego Rodriguez, letters by Richard Starkings, and the primary cover, cover A, is done by Alex Horley. So first impressions, this is another great Conan comic. Titan and Jim Zub, who is the main writer, has been knocking it out of the park. If you like grim, gritty, serious, steely-eyed Conan the Barbarian comics, this is it. You're just not going to get any better. And this is a vast improvement over where the title was with Marvel just a year or two ago. If you want to just recall where we left off before hitting into issue number 7, Conan the Barbarian flash forward a few years from the first arc, where he joined up with a group of thieves and mercenaries called the Greyhounds. They were on a mission to steal a precious item called Taram's Touch from a local, what do you call it? From a local temple, I should say. Sorry, I lost me there for a second. From a local temple. When they got in there and finally stole the item, Conan recognized that Taram's Touch is really a black stone that contained the darkness that he battled in the first arc many years ago. He warned his fellow Greyhounds not to touch it. Of course, they touched it. That unleashed a bunch of specters that caused them to flee and run into the night. But eventually the specters caught up to them. But before they killed Conan, they sort of recognized who he was from the first arc, which was several years prior, and that caused Conan to kind of question his place in everything that's going on when the specters decided to leave him alone and disappear, and he's now wondering what's going on. So here we are. He's caught up. He's drinking. He's living it up. He's having a good time with what is her name? Chandra, who is one of the thieves with the Glory Hounds. And now all of a sudden, as Conan is remembering how he lost his one true love, Belit, on the seas many years ago, Chandra all of a sudden attacks him. And when you get a good look at her face, it looks like she's turned into, I'm going to borrow from a different franchise, which is the Evil Dead franchise. It looks like she's turned into a Deadite, and she goes on the attack. Conan has no choice but to basically kill her to get her to stop. And now he's lost and wildered and confused, already still sort of heartbroken and despondent over some of the tragedies of his past. He goes looking for his fellow Glory Hounds to tell him what's happening, and he finds out that they are mostly dead, and the few that are alive are also turned into the Conan equivalent of Deadites, and that leads to another battle where he eventually defeats them, but not before the specters emerge from the Deadites that used to be his Glory Hounds, and introduce themselves as avatars or working on behalf of another great power who is also another name. I won't spoil it here, but another famous villain from Conan lore, and we'll leave that as a surprise for those who pick it up. So, interesting factoid, all of this takes place several in the in-between years where Conan is shown sailing the high seas and being his swashbuckling self, with his one true love, Belit, not Valeria like it was in the film, but in this case, Belit. And he also recalls how he was basically forced to choose between the wealth of the treasure that he'd stolen during that swashbuckling period and living with Belit. And unfortunately, that ended in tragedy, as we now know, which is why he's sort of in this despondent, depressed state. So, what do we like about the title? If you're a Conan fan, this has got everything. It's got uh, deep, gritty, dark, heavy, thought-provoking, brooding atmosphere. You've got lots of swordplay. There's plenty of gore in this issue. So if you like Conan to be, cutting heads and decapitating limbs and doing all the kinds of things that you're expecting from a serious, take no prisoners, kill if you have to, Conan. This has got plenty of it. And then the last page reveal, which is sort of a surprise, we won't spoil it here, is going to be very satisfying for longtime Conan fans. What did we like about the issue? Honestly, not much. This was great. Jim Zub is killing it on this title, and we just want him to keep it up. Just keep doing more of this. This is fantastic. The atmosphere, especially Conan's personality, because he is sort of depressed and despondent, is a little heavy. Maybe there could be a little lightness here and there, but that's just preference. Everything about this is fantastic. Quick word about the art. How is the art? Braithwaite is likewise also killing it. Just powerful characters, powerful figures, bloody, gruesome action, lots of gore. Not a lot of gore, but enough gore to kind of make you realize that Conan is in a serious situation and he's in a fight for his life, which helps elevate the stakes of the story. And it's just Braithwaite's also doing a fantastic job on this comic. So, final comments. Is this a great Conan the Barbarian comic? And is this a great comic? Yes. Conan the Barbarian #7 is a fantastic comic. You get lots of deep, powerful atmosphere. You get plenty of swordplay and lots of mystery about what's going to happen next, and a last page reveal that's going to be a pleasant surprise for long-time Conan fans. So, having said all that, we're going to give this one a 9 out of 10, which shouldn't be a surprise. But you're going to love this comic. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Before you leave, please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. And this is Gabriel Hernandez for Comical Opinions. And you have a great day.